And hello, welcome to the Idlewood Podcast. I'm your host Nick here, and I'm with my co-host here, Daniel Rio.
Hey everyone, what's up?
How's it going? How's your week been? What have you been up to?
Yeah, pretty good. I celebrated my 21st birthday recently, so last weekend, which was really exciting, which was good. Went and had some nice food out and an escape room.
Yeah.
So caught up with Liam and Callum, did that.
And me.
And you. So sorry, I thought that was I
So
thought that was implied.
So we did an escape room.
Yeah.
One of our favorite things to do. How was it? We went and did the mysterious cabin.
Yeah.
That's what it was called?
At Escape Artist in Dunedin. And it was pretty good. So
What was your initial thoughts of walking into the room?
It was very themed, eh?
Yeah.
Like, so the inside, because it's just like a normal building on the outside. You go in and they have this room and it's all themed on the inside, so it looks like a cabin.
Yeah.
On the inside, and there are like drawers and padlocks on everything. If you've ever been into an escape room, there's just a million different padlocks. And I didn't think it was too difficult. You could, like, it was easier than the other one we did, a lot less convoluted. But we were told afterwards it was the easiest one, so yeah.
I did. My first thoughts of walking into that room was like, do we have to do it with the lights off? Like, is there a light switch? Can we turn the lights on? I was like, this is not okay.
It wasn't just me.
I was like, this is not okay. I don't know if I can do puzzles in the dark.
When we walked in, the room was completely dark and there was one candle in the corner. So we were like, are we supposed to do this whole thing
dark?
in the pitch black?
Oh.
But no, there was a light switch so we could actually see what the hell we were doing.
So I feel like we smashed it. Like, once one of us got onto the puzzle, like the second one came by, and then it just was like...
Yeah, I mean...
It's pretty quick.
We were like, just like... Callum and I were just like working on our own little puzzles and just stuff would appear next to us that was like opened and clues and stuff.
Yeah, me and Liam would just walk up to each other and then be like, oh, what are we doing here? Oh, this. Oh, I was like, oh, well, that looks like that. And boom, just...
Yeah, you guys were smashing through it. And we were kind of... Callum and I were just along for the ride, so... Yeah, we didn't even need to think about the walkie-talkie. Yeah. Which is what they give you if you get stuck.
Yeah, they give you a walkie-talkie if you get stuck. I would prefer not to use it.
Yeah.
It's just...
What I did like is that, like, when we did one in Auckland, they were like, the lady on the other end was like constantly like, do you need a hint? Do you need a hint? And it's just like, go away. I'm trying to work it out.
Yeah, like, part of me just wants to turn it off and then be like, oh, well, what a shame. Yeah. But you breach their contract at that point and they just open the door and get you out. Yeah. Which is unfortunate. But, yeah, so we might do another one next week or the week after.
Might be a weekly thing. Weekly.
Probably not weekly. It's
not a weekly. A monthly escape room review.
Yeah. We might do one monthly. I think monthly is pretty alright.
Monthly. Yeah. So, Cabin in the Woods, pretty good.
Pretty good. If you haven't done it, you're in Dunedin. Might as well.
If you haven't done an escape room before, I think that's a pretty good one to start with.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you've been settling into your new house.
Yeah, so I've been moving in the last couple of days. I think I just I finished moving up everything today. It was a lot of work. Washing machines are not light. They are not light. It was a killer. Yeah. And then just like a whole bunch our beds, our desks, and shit like that.
Yeah.
So just gotta sort them out.
Callum and I attempted to help you with some do-it-yourself furniture.
Yeah. We had some like IKEA put-it-yourself together furniture.
God, what a mission!
What a mission! Like the instructions on it, they had like a diagram smaller than a fingernail of an item that you were supposed to find in the packet somewhere.
Actually, like, they should come with like a magnifying glass. You can actually see what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, it's pretty silly. So that's going pretty good. I'm pretty happy. My first night in there tonight. So
exciting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty happy.
Sleeping in new bed?
No. That's still our old bed. We just moved it over.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I didn't really see the point in getting a whole new bed. That bed's less than 2 years old, so...
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Well, that's that, and then... Monarch First Edition finally arrived for us this week. What a mission on that. I feel like...
Timely arrival.
Timely arrival of a couple of weeks later than what it was supposed to be, and then almost didn't end up in our city for the weekend, and we almost had to wait another more days due to some weather issues.
Yeah. Yeah, and...
Yeah. How's you got 5 cases, right? 6 cases?
So we opened 6.
Yeah, 6 cases.
So I was going to keep them sealed, but then I started opening them and couldn't stop.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Bad self-control for me.
I have terrible luckers because you're thinking, you get like a few legendaries from the first few and you're thinking, oh my god.
There's more.
I could get a set.
Yeah.
And you just keep going. So my first couple cases were really good. I had my double legendary cases there. And then the rest were just like getting worse. And you just like got to that point where you're doing the last couple cases and you're like, this is hell. You know?
Yeah.
The thing about first edition is that the highs are high, but the lows are very, very low. You know, you can very easily turn $500 into $100. So it's pretty rough. I heard you had a pretty tough time.
Yeah, it's been pretty rough. I haven't opened everything, but what I've opened so far has not been what I wanted. Yeah. And not in a good way either. Like, I'm not even, like, trying to be, like, greedy about it. It's just, like, not good.
Your box really is just pretty far below curve. Yeah.
But I did. Like, I already had some set aside, like, pre-planned to open. It was... They're going to get opened. They were ones that I've already set aside to open, so...
Yeah. And
not good.
It happens, right? You win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
You know, every single one of us down here has had, like, really good spells and pretty rough spells.
Yeah.
Where you just pull amazing stuff and you just can't pull shit.
Yeah.
So, maybe when Kingdoms will come around, luck will change.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the plan.
Hopefully. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway.
And moving past that.
Yeah. So this weekend coming, we have the Call-In in Auckland for sealed, which is first edition again, but we'll brush over that. So we're looking at a sealed event, and then
So
what do you think?
Just to preface, we're not actually able to attend. Unfortunately, it just didn't line up with Nick moving house, and I'm quite busy with study at the moment because it's coming down to the last few weeks of the semester. Yeah. So.
Getting pretty close to exam season for most students down here.
Yeah,
and since
exactly.
we're more of a student city than
a lot of us can't make it. Yeah. But sounds like it's gonna be a great event.
Yeah.
I just wish it was I do wish it was maybe like a month or so.
Yeah, if it had been like a month or so down the line,
totally would have gone.
Yeah.
And would have made a good effort to go to the Australian one as well.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is. So anyway, sealed format.
Sealed Monarch.
Sealed Monarch.
Competitive format.
It's interesting. It's really interesting because, you know, there's a few cards that swing it, I reckon, pretty badly. And then...
Yeah, I think the way Monarch Sealed works is that you need a good reason not to play Prism.
Yeah.
So
your Prism is just your pile. Put Smash pile together.
Prism seems like the Bravo / Runeblade of the set.
Yeah.
Where you can just put cards together and make a competent list that will be people of a lower skill level.
Yeah.
So you can just play that and you should be able to win a good number of your games.
I think... Yeah, probably Chain is not bad.
Chain is not bad, but a bit more swingy, right?
Yeah, you just burn yourself too quick. You have to be very... hard on the pedal from the start. You can't take your foot off the pedal. Otherwise, you just bring yourself
it's
out.
It's difficult because you take a lot of damage on the Prism attacks. And if you want to win, a lot of the time they can just block you out. Yeah. So you need to have like lots of damage and be able to block some of their attacks. Yeah. While not sacrificing all your damage. So it is quite difficult. I think the matchup is quite hard.
Yeah, it is.
Being able to get over the line against how aggressive and how defensive Prism can be. I think Livia is definitely elevated by how good Prism is because she's like a natural counter.
Yeah, she's the anti.
The anti-Prism. But Sealed what it is, and Livia being a very hungry deck for 6+ attacks, if you don't have the perfect pull for it, it's just going to be hard to do.
Yeah, it's just very tough
to do. Just because, like...
Bolton.
Bolton's kind of in a similar spot to Livia for me, where he can be quite powerful, like extremely powerful, but you need a few key cards to do it.
Gallantry Gold.
Gallantry Gold is massive.
Yeah.
V for the Vanguard is huge. And if you get Luminar Ascension, which is just a broken card in every format, then yeah, you're playing Bolton.
Yeah.
So
that said, I feel like you get Dread Scythe. Is it Dread Scythe?
Yeah.
For
chain,
and that actually changes the flow of the game a lot. You change how you play, and it's just a guaranteed. Well, it's not guaranteed 4 damage. It's just 4 damage from 2 different sources.
Yeah, well,
for
you're
3
dealing
resource.
with pretty much in draft 1 guaranteed damage. So Dread Scythe, when it attacks, deals 1 arcane damage.
Yeah.
And in draft, it's very difficult, or limited
steel,
formats in general. It's really hard to get consistent arcane damage.
Yeah.
So you can continually poke your opponent, build a control deck around.
With there only being Spell Void 1 and 2s, it's quite likely that most people don't have anything more than 1 or 2 Spell Voids, right?
It's quite unlikely that they even have 1.
Yeah.
You know?
Most cases, it's like 1 and then a max of 2, right?
Yeah.
And then you just gotta not Soul Shackle.
Yeah.
You don't have to Soul Shackle. You just play the slow arcane damage. Block up, arcane, block up, arcane.
Yeah, so you're playing the Arcanite Crackle, which is the generic attack. Well, the Runeblade attack action that deals 1 arcane, and
Vixie Malice.
That deals 2 arcane damage, and you just build a control deck that deals as much arcane damage as possible. I think that deck definitely is.
I think Grim Harvest. Dread Scythe just changes the flow. It makes most chain decks easily make the top 32.
Yeah, I mean,
of that day.
It's the card that's most similar to Conduction Chamber, right?
Yeah. Yeah, from a sealed perspective, it is definitely the card that is I would consider Induction Chamber in that format. The next closest is probably Luminaris, but even then, it's like.
Yeah. And just how good are the legendaries in the set for draft?
Yeah.
Like, the instants are not very good, just because it's going to be very difficult to get off, but.
Yeah.
The equipments are insane.
Husk, really good.
If you get Husk and Sealed, like, how do you not top 8? You just have almost 10 extra life.
This is a bit more, like...
iffy.
Yeah.
But...
Footsteps is insane. Yeah.
And Dynamo is also fantastic for Bolton.
Footsteps basically repairs your Livia matchup.
Yeah. I mean, Footsteps... If you get Footsteps in a decent prison pile, you should top 8. Like, pretty easily. So... Just because being able to go 7, they either have to take it or block it with a 6 power and give it go again. You also have some block on the defense. Gives you a massive up in the Prism Mirrors as well.
Yeah, it does.
Because their cards that they pick to block in the Prism Mirror, the generic 6+s that they're playing, just don't work anymore because you can just come in again.
I feel like in the Prism Mirror, the person that has the Luminaris probably has the better advantage, in my opinion.
Yeah,
because they can go wide.
Luminaris is also like another like super strong card. I mean, it's my prediction now, but I think the field is going to be like 60% Prism.
Yeah.
So hope you like playing against Prism or Prism Mirrors.
Yeah, there'll be a lot.
It's just the easiest deck to build and most consistent. So
What about draft? Draft doesn't really change. I think draft is...
I think draft does change quite a bit just because...
I think Bolton becomes a lot more stronger in draft.
Bolton and Levia and Chain get way better.
Yeah. I think... because you can pick your 6s for Levia. I think she's still probably on the lower side of the margin, though.
I think Levia gets the advantage of people aren't really prepared to play Levia.
Yeah.
So if you see Levia open early and you go into Levia, it's somewhat likely that you're going to be able to get almost all the Levia cards on the table. It's much less likely you'll be sharing your pool with other players than any of the other classes. Yeah. So if you can get a whole table of Levia cards, then you can win off that. That'd be huge.
Chain becomes very consistent, very good. Caesar Agony, Vixie Malices.
Yeah, if you can get those cards, you're in a great spot because you then definitely do actually have the damage to get over. Because if you can get your Rift Binds and your
I think in one of my drafts I had like nine Seeds of Agonies and like
Jesus
5 Crackles and 3 Vixings. It's just
and a lot of the cards for Chain that are not seeing as much play in Constructed are very good in
Sealed.
Are very good in Sealed, like
Rifted Torment.
Yeah. and the other one that gets go again if you deal arcane damage is also very good.
Rip through reality.
Yeah.
Rip from reality?
Rip through reality, I think. It's got a scythe guy and he's like cutting the air.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. But yeah. Definitely.
Prism doesn't get worse, but I feel like she does get better. It's just not like a significant increase like the others do.
Yeah. Yeah. Apart from that, it's going to be constructed, right?
No, the second day chance on constructed, but I think they're going to be second chance events on sealed as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is that like a side event?
Yeah, so like if you don't make the top 32, you can play in the side event for second chances. Yeah, and there'll be a first edition product up on the line, I believe was said.
That's pretty good.
Which is alright.
Yeah.
A lot of first edition on there. I'm like,
really
wish I could have gone.
Pulls, yeah. Yeah. I would love to go, but unfortunately, life is in the way.
The other big event is the Melbourne the week after, but that is on the cusp of being either postponed or going ahead, and it's looking very close to a postponement.
I didn't really keep up with it too much.
The community, there's a lot of COVID community cases over there at the moment.
The COVID situation.
They're not in a good position for it.
Yeah.
So I think the announcement was supposed to happen tomorrow on what's actually happening in Melbourne for it, and that will give us the answer on whether they postpone or not, based on that.
It's very unfortunate if you book tickets to go and it does get cancelled.
You can get like flight insurance for that sort of thing.
Oh, okay. So still a big bummer though. We've had trips cancelled by COVID before in the past, and it is a real shame whenever that happens because you get all psyched up to it. You make your plans, book, get time off work, So
it's rough.
Hopefully it does go ahead, and they can get the COVID situation under control and make it safe. But if not, it might be the better thing, just play it safe and not do it. Yeah.
So and the other event is the charity event from Matt and Nick Butcher for Kale's father / Cancer Society drive.
Yeah, so...
And that starts this week. That's actually... I think the pairings went up last night, or tonight, or today.
Yeah, I heard it's the biggest event so far for Flesh and Blood ever.
Yeah.
Just player count, because it's a international event that
international,
people can play in. Like, as much as Flesh and Blood is meant to be played in the Flesh and Blood, I think it's also great that you can play it online with people around the world for like a great cause. So, definitely a really awesome idea. Really great to see it come to fruition.
It's going to be great to see over the weeks to see what happens.
See what comes at the top. See how the Monarch meta evolves, because it's be very interesting. Because there's so many players. There could be like a lot of fringe decks being played that we can kind of see how the matchups divulge. So it'd be cool to look at some of that data. Hopefully it gets released deckless as well.
I sort of hope they would be doing it, but I'm not sure if they are. Like, do a feature match for each one of the rounds where they they actually record it and then publish it as the feature match for the round. Obviously, both parties would have to be okay and have the equipment to be able to help.
It's quite difficult to
organize. I imagine it's pretty difficult.
Yeah.
But it would have been cool. I mean, it's not something thing that's possible. That said,
cool.
Going back to sealed, we have a box of first edition Monarch that we're going to open at the end of this. So
stay tuned for that.
If you're on Spotify, you'll have to come look at the end of the YouTube one to watch that. And
see us revel in glory or cower in pain.
One of the two.
This is the first edition goes.
Yep.
So
that's it. I mean, that's the events. Aside from that, we have June the 19th. We have our skirmish event down here. And June the 20th, we have our other skirmish event. One being Blitz and the other one being first edition sealed.
Yeah, so...
Unfortunately, due to work constraints, I can't get the 20th off for the sealed one.
It's rough.
Which is
Is it June 19th?
Probably
June
the more
20th?
exciting one of the two, unfortunately.
Gosh, it's going to be a very busy...
You can't tell me that first edition product isn't better than playing a format you already have cards for.
I think that week's actually going to be like the last week of my semester. So we'll see if I can make it as well. It's going to be a crazy week. But yeah. Lots of...
but I'm going to Blitz. I don't know what I'm going to play. I haven't decided. I think I'll probably mess around with some sort of prism list.
With Blitz?
Yeah, Blitz.
Okay. Yeah, I built all 4 of the Blitz hero decks and haven't actually got to play any of them yet.
Yeah.
But I've got a really sweet Bolton list in the works. It uses Luminar Ascension, which is broken. You can play that. So it's a 0-cost action card that gives your attacks +1. If you charge, you can attack with each of your weapons an additional time. And if any of your attacks hit, you can look at the top card. If it's a light card, you can put it into your soul and gain 1 life.
Yeah.
So what you can do is if you have like a couple cards in your soul, you can play any charge card. So you can play V for the Vanguard or what's the one that gets go again when you charge?
Take Flight.
Take Flight. And then you play, so you attack with go again, charging, and then you play Luminar Ascension, and then you use a remaining pitch to break Gallantry Gold, and then you break Courage of Bladehold to make your sword attacks cost 0 because you're using 2 sabers, and then you go 4, 4, 4, 4, or 5, 5, 5, 5, and you just deal 20 damage on a turn off the Luminar Ascension because that card encourages nuts. You know, who thought 20 damage off like 3 cards is good?
Yeah.
So, and God help you if your opponent if you get 2 Luminar Ascensions because that's just like 35 damage very easily because you get to attack with your sabers 6 times for 5. And if they block any of them with an attack action, that saber gets a buff permanently for the rest of the turn. So if you attack and they block it, then the next attack with it is going to come in for that much +1, right? And then if they block it again, it gets even bigger.
Yeah.
So they are disincentivized blocking them early, which means you can get the Lumina triggers to put cards in your soul and gain life. So it's so brutal.
Yeah.
It's like the rest of the deck, because the rest of the Bolton cards are kind of not very good. So
I think, do you just not fill up the space with just some warrior cards?
No, because you kind of want Lumina to reveal your light cards, so you can guarantee that you can get go again. And you need enough charge cards so that you can actually get the charge on the Lumina turn, because otherwise you don't get the extra attacks. But a lot of those cards are kind of bad, so it is what it is. You can't have an incredibly good mid-range deck and say combo at the same time. Yeah. So you do just kind of have to play this defensive dirtly deck that loses tempo to put cards in your soul until you get to that Lumina. So I think the deck is going to struggle against really aggressive decks and be really good against some of the more middling defensive decks. So it's going to be interesting to play. I definitely think it has the potential to take people off guard with just how much damage it can just go with. Like it's a slow loading cannon. Are there any Blitz decks that you were thinking of putting together?
Yeah, aside from Prism, probably not. I really.
You going for the Spectra Iris Prism or just the attack Prism with Luminaris?
Probably attack Prism with Luminaris.
Just a control build, yeah. That's probably pretty good, eh?
I think 6 and 6 each turn, or 6 and 7, or 5 and 7, or 7 and 7 each turn. There's enough pressure.
It's pretty gross, right?
Yeah.
I think Prism is the new Ira in a lot of ways. Just the amount of pressure that she can put out consistently is very high. Yeah. So she's going to be an interesting deck to watch. But
there is a good Iris list there.
I think Ira's definitely in the wings. I don't think she's going to go away.
Oh, no, I mean Iris, the weapon.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. I think you can really use the auras in that build a lot better, just because you get much more value out of each of them, and it's much harder or much more pressure to destroy them, because each of them can come in for 4 if you leave them alive rather than just 1. So pretty brutal. But yeah,
it's a high resource cost deck, so your blue count has to go up.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I actually think because I expect Prism to be quite a dominant deck. I don't think many people don't think that, but I think it gives a unique opportunity for Levia to actually see play in Blitz.
Yeah.
Because we've talked about it on the podcast before that we didn't understand how Levia would be good in Blitz, because tall, stompy decks that attack for 6 to 12 damage are traditionally quite bad in Blitz.
Yeah.
But because she can block Levia's Prism's attacks much better than other decks can and filter her cards, I think she actually has quite a good matchup there.
Yeah.
So I think
she still spends, like, to me, she still spends most of her turns with a 2-card hand.
Yeah. I think the turns that she can go big are, like, really big, though.
Yeah.
Once she can seize control of the game, she can go 6/6/6 without too much difficulty.
Yeah.
So I think Levy is definitely a deck to watch out for.
Yeah.
Unworldly Bellow, the one you can play from your banish zone, is like super strong because you can discard it, or like block with it, banish it later on. Then you just get like so much card advantage from your banish zone, from attacks that you can play from your banish zone with Deep Rooted Evil, and Unworldly Bellow, which is the red is 2 cost plus 3 attack, so you can just keep cards to pitch and then just come in for 9 off a 2-card hand or something.
Yeah.
So pretty big.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hard deck to get working though, but I definitely think it exists.
It does. It's just.
It's just going to take a lot of work to get it going. So, yeah, I definitely keep plugging it away at it, you Levia players.
Yeah.
I've got a Levia deck that I'm working on. Just got to actually play it and test it out.
Yeah. Doomsday good. Doomsday easy to play from it. A lot easier to play.
Doomsday's insane.
Yeah. That's it. Eclipse is a lot harder at the moment to play from Chain. We haven't got any lists that. I mean, it's not impossible. It's just a lot.
It's very difficult, and if you do it, you're probably winning the game anyway.
Yeah.
But I think Chain is also going to be very good in Blitz.
Yep. No, you're not wrong. I think he's extremely. Yeah, I think you just block out Max Soul Shackles for your first couple of turns.
And then just have mad combo turns.
Yeah, you have like keep your hand on their big turn and throw your armor away by the 5th turn. And then just go ham.
I'm really excited for Blitz Monarch, because it seems to me like although there's like a new boogeyman in the format, Prism, I think there's a lot more room for different decks to play.
Yeah, there's a lot more different styles that can be played that can, rather than just.
I think a lot of the decks will have to adapt to. I think Wizard is going to struggle a little bit more than it has in the past, but also have new decks that it will prey on. Yeah. So I think it's all just
that's like sort of like stuff like that keeps it in the format, like keeps it coming back.
Like it's gonna crush Bolton. It'll probably crush Levia.
Yeah.
It'll crush. It'll probably do well against Chain as well.
Yeah. Well, you just wait. You just wait until they have 5 shackles, and then you present damage that they have to block, and then bam, they don't have the resource to play them.
You can just. I mean, your Wizard. You just kill them way before then.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Like, if you're getting 5 turns against Wizard, then hell, you know.
They block out. Like on Chain, they just block out until their 5th turn, right?
Yeah, so but you just like. The thing is, on Wizard, you just deal so much damage that you can't block. Like, even if you're playing 3 or even 4 no rune, the way the deck's going to be built, Chain runs a lot of blues, but eventually you're going to draw those reds. Eventually you're going to get that damage through, and the Wizard's going to set up his Stirring Fork Lightning for 10 damage, you know, with his other craziness. So I think traditionally, any deck that doesn't put pressure on Wizard loses to Wizard. Yeah. So I think Chain is going to have a rough time. And with Bolton, you need to get that Lumina combo very quickly. Yeah. Otherwise, you're just going to be dead, because you have to play a lot of red and yellow cards.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Do you think any of the old heroes could come back?
I think Ira struggles. I actually think Ira struggles a lot.
Ira's going to be very difficult.
I don't think she's unplayable, and she definitely wins like a lot of her matchups.
But yeah,
but she struggles.
Man, she wishes Drone of Brutality was still a thing because it'd be good in the Prism matchup. Eh?
Yeah, insanely good in the Prism matchup.
Like, yeah, back then we were thinking, oh, it's not really a loss. You just play it in the mirror. But now that Prism's a thing, oh boy, Drone would be lovely.
Yeah,
lovely for that deck.
Well, all she has is CNC, right? On.
She'll probably play Yellow Raging Onslaught.
Yeah.
It's not terrible in the deck as it is.
Yeah.
And well, it is pretty bad, but it's not.
It's like it's like an acceptable bad for
for how good it is in the Prism matchup. It's an acceptable level of trash.
Yeah.
Like how you play Flick Flags into Wizard sometimes. Just for how good it is in other matchups.
The problem is,
okay with it.
There's no sideboard in Blitz, so she has to main it from the start, and it's just
yeah, definitely.
Card that costs heaps, 4/6 damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just rough.
Yeah.
I think one of the big winners of Crucible is Kasai. Of Monarch set coming out is Kasai.
Kasai, yes.
Kasai's got a massive boost. She is the perfect deck for Dynamo. She can take
Dynamo
massive advantage of that
yeah,
card.
she actually can.
She actually does just swing with her weapon twice every turn. So it's just one extra, like it's literally like 6 extra life.
Yeah.
It's like her own carrying husk, but it doesn't deal any damage.
Yeah.
Because she's going to be able to take full advantage of its counter removing potential. So,
yeah. Which is pretty good.
And she's always been, Kasai's always been a good deck. It hasn't quite been top tier.
Yeah.
But it's definitely been like in the wings. You know, always threatening to be top tier, but just not quite.
Yeah.
So I definitely think this brings her into line with some of the other really powerful heroes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And same with Rhinar. Rhinar was a really good Brits deck, and he's going to be good against Prism.
Yeah, he's still going to be good. Combo Rhinar is still going to be a thing.
Yeah.
I don't think they change it. They only get slightly better.
Yeah.
There's a few cards in there that definitely make it a lot better.
Yeah, I think I'm really looking forward to this format. I think it has the potential to be the most diverse format that we've ever had. I mean,
is Outmuscle a 6+?
Yes, it is.
So Outmuscle will see a lot of play.
The issue with Outmuscle is that I originally read it wrong. So the way Outmuscle works is it's a 3-cost attack for 6, and it says if it's not block, if it's defended by a card without 6 or more power, it gets go again. So if you don't block it, it doesn't have go again. Only if you block it with a card that has less than 6 power, it has go again. Which is kind of interesting, right?
Yeah, it's weird. That's weird wording then. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not as good as I thought it was.
It's still like 6 damage though.
Yeah.
And I think that gets into the IRA list, to be honest.
Probably could do. It's probably doesn't make it into Rhino just because 3 cost. It's too prohibitive for them because they won't be playing lots of yellows, but
definitely makes sense. Bravo list. Bravo.
Oh,
Bravo playing it.
Bravo loves that card. It just puts a lot of pressure on their opponent.
Yeah.
To block.
Yeah. Playing that and playing
Rouse the Ancients, right?
Yep.
It's going to be huge for them.
Yep.
Just coming in for 7 and 6 early on in the game is just going to be nuts, right?
Yeah. That's it. I mean,
like, the only heroes I think are actually going to have a hard time in this format are Katsu and Benji.
Yeah.
I think those are the...
I think Aggro Katsu still has a pretty good time.
Aggro
Not
Katsu?
on Blitz. I think he struggles.
Not just Blitz.
Just Blitz. And Just Blitz, yeah. Both of them still out the door.
Yeah.
I think KO even still out the door.
Yep. I think, Control Room Blade is probably pretty dead too.
Yeah.
Just because there's too many decks now that don't... Ira's not really that much of a thing anymore, but I think there is potential for a new Sonata version of that deck where you play, which I think is good because frankly the deck was boring to play.
Yeah.
I played it for a little while. It's too boring. I played against it for a while. It's too boring. I just want decks that actually do things.
Yeah.
So that Sonata Arcanix promises to be an OTK deck that actually plays the game.
Yeah.
So I look forward to that. Because every single time I play against OTK, this right feels like a non-game.
Yeah, it does.
I'm
I played a lot. I actually played a lot of dash matchups against it, and it's
not fun, is it?
It's not fun. It's not fun for either side of the thing because it's like, dash for 20, Oh, cool. You can't block it all? Wow. Next turn.
Yeah.
Attack for 20? Oh, you can't block it all.
Yeah.
You just... Game dies very quickly.
Yeah.
Even in constructed. There's just nothing you can do.
Yeah. Talking about dash, control dash I think is also dead.
Yep.
Completely dead in Blitz. But
yep.
I actually think aggro dash can make a comeback. You don't think so? Let me make my case.
Here we go.
So aggro dash
Where's your resource?
Traditionally a terrible deck, but I actually think there are a lot of decks now that are actually gonna find it quite difficult to just survive raw damage. So Prism I think is going to be fairly weak to just massive attacks for like 13 damage every turn.
The problem is so
Chain as well. It's going to be weak to that frontal assault.
Yeah. So the problem is the way I look at dash is like 4, 5, and 6 sort of baseline damage. That's sort of what's coming at you off one card. No, she's not going to do more than that. It's not possible in her event. Like it's just not. It's 3 attacks. They'll be ranging between 4, 5, and 6. And then you look at something like Prism, which is 2 attacks for 7 and 8, or 6 and 7.
The thing I think that gives dash an advantage is the items, right? Because you can use your Tickler Cores to generate card advantage, so you can keep going.
Yeah. And
you also have extra resource from your Tickler Heart. Tickler Core Heart is a very, very powerful card in an all-burst deck.
Yeah.
And then you can also...
High Octane.
And then also, I mean, the deck hasn't been good for a long time, but this build's got a lot of goodies in Crucible. You can go really tall with... gosh, I can't remember. It gets plus X, where X is the number of boost cards you've done.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like it's a 2-cost really big attack at the end of a chain. And also got the card that if you don't block it, something courier. But if you don't block it, your next mech attack gets +3.
Yeah.
So it's like a super good blue for the deck.
Yeah.
Just because that number is flat, so it's the same across all the colors. So it's been something I've been thinking about for a little while, where that deck could actually be potentially very powerful just because of the way the meta is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you're still going to struggle into those control matchups.
Yeah.
But I think there are enough decks that are kind of like fall prey to just flat damage at the moment.
Yeah.
That I think it could come back. Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel the second you're left with a 3-card hand, this is the second you just start losing.
Yeah, you can't really stop, can you? You just
Yeah.
have to keep going. And but I do think
But you can armor up. The thing is you can armor up to help you.
You can run your Skull Cap, you can run your Tickler Core, and your boots to give you an extra action point later on.
Yeah.
I mean,
you probably don't need the extra action point.
I think you probably do want it just because you can use it to get a Tome of Fendel off or something.
Yeah.
And I mean, High Octane is just a ridiculous card, right? It's just insane. So I think the deck has a lot of good cards now, and it's finally into a point where half the decks aren't just amazing against it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's probably a B tier deck, but I think it's a lot more viable now than it has ever been before.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely not.
Definitely something to try if you're a dash player, you've bought all your dash cards and you're a bit distraught about the state of control dash. I think aggro dash might be something to try.
Yeah.
I think you could definitely get wins on that deck. So
Yeah.
Yep. And there's one hero that we forgot. You've definitely forgot about.
They're not good.
The 3 intellect. Oh yeah, Data Doll sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Data Doll still sucks. That's right.
No. It got that card. It got that card. Oh, wait. No, it didn't. I didn't get it, man.
Yeah, the deck still sucks.
Yeah, this is right. When we get the reinforcements list, yeah.
I'm sorry, Rowan. Still not good.
Yeah. What about Ranger? Ranger Danger.
I think Rain...
Still out. Still out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just worse than aggro dash, right?
Yeah. It's just it's aggro dash but worse. So
yeah. Because you just don't have. I mean, aggro dash gets a lot of advantage from Tickler Foundry Heart being able to just pump out action points from back alley break lane or energy, right?
Yeah.
Whether on Ranger you get this. Yeah, in Blitz you get this unique flexibility where you can play lots of cards that are bad in a lot of matchups, but the issue is alongside those flexible cards that you can run and be flexible with, your other cards are just bad anyway.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, print Ranger some good cards, you know. Why don't they get Herald of Erudition?
Yeah. They don't deserve it.
They don't deserve it. They're not allowed to draw cards.
They're not allowed to draw cards.
Honestly, just give Ranger a card that everyone looks at and goes, that card is broken.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I just wish, because, yeah, it's not a good deck.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's fun. It is very fun to play.
It's fun. This is fun.
Not good.
Yeah. Red Line is pretty fun to play,
But
yeah.
I think, like, what we said, like 9 good heroes. So, all 4 of the Monarch heroes I think are playable. 3 of the Arcane Rising heroes are playable. And I think 3 of the Wraith heroes are playable. And then plus Ira and Kasai.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite hero, Kavdian.
Not playable.
He's still bad. he's still
he
bad.
He didn't get better.
Yeah.
He did not get better.
He died with the drone ban. It's so sad.
And what about
Shyanna. Also still bad.
Also
still bad.
She's just a flex bad, though.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you've got money and you want to flex your 9.5 quad Shyannas, then, yeah, do it at the calling. Do it at the calling. I think Shyanna's a very cool hero, though, because she lets you to play in a way that no other hero can.
Yeah.
Just by mixing and matching what hero you can be and all these different cards that weren't intended to be played together.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to pick one up when Unlimited comes out, just to fiddle around with some crazy different builds and brews, because I think she can make for some like great stories. And obviously, if you do end up playing Ultimate Pit Fighter, she's going to be an absolute blast. So, just definitely really cool hero, but she's F tier.
Yeah, unfortunately. That's it. I mean, that really brings us to our next part. Card of the week.
Card of the week is, I said it earlier, it is
Herald of Erudition.
You got the name right.
I did.
Good job.
Nailed it.
Good job.
That took me a while.
Everyone's favorite hard to say card, Herald of Erudition.
Yeah, Erudition.
This card is what Ranger would love. I absolutely love this.
Sorry. This card is what every hero would love. Who cares about just Ranger? Every hero. It's what Bravo should have.
Printed Pot of Greed on a stick.
Yeah.
You can't even block.
This card allows me to draw 2 cards.
Dominate. If it hits, draw 2 cards.
It goes into the soul as well.
Yeah. Those are not... Dominate and drawing cards are not 2 abilities that I thought we would see on a single card for a very long time.
Yeah. It does have, like... You draw this first turn and you go in first turn. Are you getting some armor out?
You're just getting some armor, right? And if you're playing God Help You, if you're on Katsu and you see this early, you're just like,
Buy mask.
No, you keep the mask, because otherwise you just lose. But you have to be like, I'm taking 15 damage.
Yeah.
You know? It is so sad.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
That card is so busted. I don't know why Prism needed that good a card.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah. I mean...
The Tenacity is the other one, which has Dominate, right?
Because the thing is, like...
Not as good.
In the Lumina build, she just gives... As soon as she pitches the yellow, she gives all her attacks go again. So...
You play that, you're guaranteed the 2 cards you draw, it guarantees you another attack. Like almost 100%.
Yeah, I mean, like... So... Drawing cards is not always good, right? Because Ranger can draw 3 cards with 3 of a kind, right?
Yeah.
But she's like bottlenecked by only being able to play cards from Arsenal and then also being a bad hero.
Yeah.
Where the Prism is a good hero, is not bottlenecked, has go again on everything.
And, like, drawing,
And it's hard to block, you know?
Yeah.
It's just... It literally reads, your opponent has to keep their armor pieces for this card. This card affects the game without you ever having to play it. Like, similar to Command and Conquer.
Yeah.
Just because of how game-warpingly powerful it is. You know? This is just one of our picks for this card is broken. Let's talk about it.
The AA is insane. It looks good. The extended art.
Yep.
Looks
looks really lovely, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I would like to see one in person. Maybe we'll pull one later today on the
the end. We're actually probably not too far away.
Not too far away from opening this box, but yeah, it would be very cool to open one. But yeah, I mean, you can pummel it as well.
You can pummel, not only that, if
like,
you draw it in the first hand, 2 yellows and a pummel.
Not only do you win when you play it, you can also win harder.
Take extra damage and discard that card.
Imagine that. That would just feel gross. This is like 3 card disadvantage. Because you get 2 cards, they discard a card. You deal 9 damage to them.
Yeah.
They're not blocking all of that. It's just
They're not. It's pretty rough. It's bigs for a really downside turn for them.
Yeah. It's almost like if you're on chain and they threaten pummel, it'd be almost like tempting to block 3, 6, 10 just to get around the pummel, right? Because if it is the pummel, you just lose.
Yeah.
So straight up. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good choice at that point. I think it
depends how sure you are.
Most people are just gonna assume you're not playing pummel. I think.
Yeah. Well, I think it's gonna be Prism.
You only play yellow pummel anyway.
Yeah. Oh, true. So maybe just the 9 block.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean.
Because you only want yellow. You don't want.
Yeah. I don't know why Prism needed this card, honestly.
Yeah.
Card is very pushed. I mean, I guess it's like in their cycle of extended art cards that are very pushed, right?
Yeah.
So you get the Herald of Erudition, which is obscenely powerful. We get the Luminar Ascension, which is the reason you play Bolton. Because the rest of the class is Luminar Ascension does 20 damage by itself.
Yeah. Mark of the Beast.
And Mark of the Beast, it's not overpowered like the other two, but it's a very, very good card that you just play 3 of.
But what about the other one, Dan?
The other one?
Yeah, the alt art one. But what about that, Dan?
The other one?
What Runeblade got? Where's their extended art, Dan? Where's their extended art? Why did they get alt art?
Maybe it's
Dan,
it's not in that box.
Dan,
it doesn't exist.
Why was it Galaxy Black? I can't believe this.
Why didn't they just do alt art Nebula Black?
Yeah, just give us an extended art Nebula or an alt art.
Honestly,
Nebula.
if they did extended art Sonata Arcanix, that would be amazing.
Probably
right?
no. I think Inverted Existent would have been a nice EA.
Yeah, I like not to put down the alt art of Galaxy Black because it does look very cool, and the card is not bad. I just think they could have done a more flashy card, kind of more in line with the other ones. And
I think it should have been more of a card that actually goes into the deck and not,
exactly,
not on
right?
the field.
And there are like excellent choices to pick. You know, Shadow Reverser would look amazing.
Yeah, Inverted Existence.
Inverted Existence would look amazing. Sonata Arcanix would look amazing.
Yeah.
So, not that we don't like Galaxy Black.
Yeah.
It's more that we're disappointed that some of the other really cool cards didn't have a special treatment.
Yeah.
So, next time.
Yeah.
Next time, give every hero full arts. Cause, come on. This is so cool.
Yeah, I don't think this split's just...
I think it's definitely one of the... I mean, talking about the extended arts is definitely one of like the best surprises that they've had in the set.
Yeah.
Because is like similar to the Twinning Blade from Crucible, where we didn't know that it was a thing until pictures came around on the internet and it was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This is also kind of similarly really exciting.
I mean, like keeping quiet and then just letting people find it and the picks open, and it being really rare means it's not like seen straight away.
But
it's good.
At the same time, we had that feeling of, oh my god, there's a really cool Herald of Erudition, there's a really cool Mark of the Beast, there's a really cool Luminar Ascension. what's the Runeblade one? When's the Runeblade one going to get spoiled? And it just never got spoiled.
And then the only thing that came out was...
I'm still waiting for someone to pull it.
Yeah,
you know?
it just doesn't... It's just so
come
rare.
Come on, guys. Yeah, it's the real fable of the set.
And it's just so rare.
It's so rare. So yeah, if you guys pull your alt arts, Sonata Arcanix or Invert Existence, let us know.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know what cards in the comment section you would like to have an extended art treatment. Doesn't have to be from Monarch. Any set. What cards would you like to see?
Yeah.
I would love to see a Drone of Brutality extended art.
Yeah.
Even though it can't be played, I think the artwork would look spectacular.
I think it'd be a cool collector's card.
Yeah.
Like, I think like further down the line when they like maybe they do it in a collector's edition or something, it should be like one of the promos. Not necessarily a promo, but like like a promo in there that you put away. It's like a reminder of the first card to be banned.
Yeah, I would quite like, because Flesh and Blood is meant to be an eternal game where the cards can be used for a long time. So I think it's quite likely that eventually there'll be some kind of targeted reprints. I think they could do not very like kind of like alt hearts or things of them, just to keep people interested or to get people that have already got them to want them. And, you know, obviously that kind of thing hypes collectors up. But I don't think they should release them separately from the main product. It should either be like gameplay promos or like in booster boxes, not just like separate products. Like a lot of other TCGs do, where it's just paying for a collector's piece outright. And it's just like, this is not really collectible to me. There's no work involved in getting the collection. Yeah. It's just spend $100 and you have all the 5 cards, right? Which is, to me, not exciting. What is exciting to me is opening packs, getting cold foils, trading for the ones you need, and you can kind of build a story around the cards you own. Yeah. And I think as soon as you take that away, there's a lot less desire to collect them. Yeah. So, yeah.
No, that's fair enough.
Yeah. There are also a bit of a tangent here, but another really cool promo spoiled the other day. Did you see the Fate for Scene?
The Fate for Scene with
the first foreign text card. Yeah. I'm not sure what language it is. Is it Malaysian or Chinese?
Asian Pacific? No, something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's got an Asian language on it. It was spoiled from the Asian page.
We're not intending to be rude if we come off.
I just can't. I can't read it, and I haven't seen what it is. But it's got like I forget the word for it, like a fate, like a fortune.
Is it not? It's not like a fortune.
It's not
cookie,
like it's not a fortune cookie. It's like a wooden. I don't actually know what it's called.
Yeah,
but it's something to tell your fortune.
Yeah,
and I think it's a really cool like celebration of their culture.
Yeah,
and very pretty card, and I'm sure people in the Asia Pacific region will be really happy to get their hands on that card. So definitely a really cool thing that's coming up, and definitely exciting to see some foreign cards printed out, because I think there's a lot of potential for them to be.
There is a lot of potential.
Collector's items, right?
Yeah.
You know, if you want a Japanese or Chinese cold foils, you know, I think it's very interesting how they will handle that.
Yeah.
Do you have any ideas?
No, so my only experience really with that is like Yu-Gi-Oh! OCG versus the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, where like most of the Korean/Japanese cards are so much more different from the English versions. I mean, we know from Magic the Gathering that Japanese version of cards are very desirable. It's like a thing with Strixhaven, where they're actually selling Japanese text cards in English countries because they're that desirable, which is kind of a bit weird. Like thinking that you could buy cards in an English shop that you can't even read, but like it just does seem weird. But they do, you know, for some reason Asian text cards do have a certain allure to them to a lot of people. So definitely interesting to see how that will go down in the Western markets as well. Yeah. So definitely a cool thing. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about? What are we doing next week? I think we're doing a draft tomorrow night, right?
Yeah.
You gonna come along or?
I think I'm getting roped into it.
And then this Friday we have our
first Blitz event.
Blitz Armory event, getting us ready for our skirmish.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to take Bolton along. I'm going to try and combo people with Lunar Ascension and just lay them flat with 30 damage out of nowhere. It's going to be good times. What are you bringing Prism?
Yeah, most likely, yeah.
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 Cool.
It all depends on how, I should be free to come in.
Yeah.
I want to come in. It's just...
Get your house all done.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing your house all done. It's going to be really cool.
It's a lot of work.
A lot of work, yeah. Definitely. But it'll be worth it.
It's definitely worth it, yeah.
All right,
I think...
That's us. That's us at the Art of War.
We're signing off for the Spotify users now. This will be the end for you. And then for our YouTube viewers, we'll be opening the first edition box, Monarch.
Yep.
For our Spotify listeners, feel free to come join us. Come to YouTube. Come have a look.
We open
right
boxes quickly, so it'll be another 5 minutes. Get to see what crazy pulls we get or do not get.
Yeah.
So remember to check out Dice Jar Games singles. Art of War 5.
Art of War 05.
Team Dice Jar. Oh, I get it wrong. I get it wrong every time.
Every week.
Team Dice Jar. It'll be in the link in the description.
Team Dice Jar 05.
Thank you, Greg.
05.
For a discount on all singles, Flesh and Blood.
Yep.
And so make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
All right.
Feel free to give us a comment.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. That's us.
See ya.
Hello, and we're back with Monarch First Edition box open.
First Edition box. Gosh. Will this be heaven? Will this be hell? Who knows?
We'll find out.
So these are risky boxes. If you don't know anything about First Edition, this is where men go to play. Gosh, it's an interesting pack arrangement. Why are they like that?
Oh, it's a real sealed box. I want my money back.
Yeah. Sorry, we resealed this beforehand because it's too scary.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Sweet. All right. Should get started. All right. We're hoping for anything that's more than a cold foil. Common.
Yeah.
If we get less than that, then we can be salty. But... yeah. All right. Starting it off with the Rifted Torment Blue.
Let's go.
Okay, are we going to start it off strong with the Fable? Oh, I didn't even reveal the common. Wait. What the... I missed it! I just fled. Okay, I haven't opened boxes before, okay? I just got it completely wrong. Foil Glisten, Receiving Shadow Sulfate. Just... Holy shit. Alright, that's a great start.
That's fucking perfect. That was the bloody card of the week.
Yeah, so this is our card of the week.
Favorite card.
Well done. All right, I just completely screwed that up, but
worth it, I think.
You got a Herald of Erudition. And it's just my spell. All right, box is good.
Everyone got this garbage. Let's not open the rest of the packs.
Untitled Plunderer. I was so wrapped up in completely screwing up my pack order. By having opened a ridiculous amount. But I didn't even notice that you pulled one of the most expensive cards in the set.
Yeah.
Oh, God box.
Well, this does feel slightly better than earlier.
Yeah, this will cheer you up, Nick. All right, never mind. This is winning town. For winners. Alright. Can we get a library? It's the only way we can go up from here, right?
Nah, it's another Legion.
Your case is sold exclusively at Dice Jar Games.
Herald of Judgment. This card is like so gross against chain.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there is a print dot on it.
Fine. It just becomes a play one. Because I'm an animal.
Spears of Seriality. This is one of my favorite cold foils. Well, this isn't the cold foil, but it does look lovely in cold
Nourishing
foil.
Emptiness and Herald of Triumph.
5 Majestics already.
Yeah. Sort of probably nearing our max, right? We're not really going to get much more than this.
I mean, if we do, it'd be insane.
Everything's just gravy, right?
Yeah. I mean, you just pull that in the box paper.
Six Majestics, so that's generally about the standard average.
Yeah, I think so. Like 1.5.
Usually you get 2
Majestics.
foil Majestics, so we might have another foil Majestic.
Oh, we got a rating. That's nice. Good pull.
Yeah, can't complain about that.
Slight cornerware, but this is pretty nice overall.
Yeah.
Very nice. This card just looks gorgeous and cold foil.
Correct bubble. The correct.
Foil riser block.
Ugh. Yeeted
The card is
across the
bad,
room.
but the art is so good. I just wish they put on a better card.
Out muscle foil. And then just
Playable card.
playable card.
Yeah. That was one of the reasons I decided to open more first edition than I was going to. I was like, I could use more foil commons. I'll put in my digs.
Bad reason to just open them.
Yeah.
Full time, Herald, and then just thing. One more hit of me.
Yeah. Smash with big tree. Smash, smash.
So it's actually really well scented, to be honest.
That's pretty minty, right?
Yeah.
Just slight corner nick and slight edge wear.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, slight edge wear on the top, and then
so many Monarch cards have edge wear.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, so a
new
lot of-
corners.
I've seen a lot with a lot of edge wear, to be honest.
Yeah. Fortunately, none of my legendaries had that much edge wear,
Yeah.
but definitely centering. And I've seen some really bad edge wear on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Like atrocious.
All right. Last
Alright.
pack magic. Right.
No, that is it. Hero to I missed it again. I'm off. And oh,
Ugh.
I valiant thrust you. With my double yellows. Alright, what have you got?
Let's find out.
Ooh.
Ah, nothing.
Got it. Well, we don't deserve to get more after those two. That's
Yeah.
insane. For a single box, that is stonks.
Yep. That is incredible songs.
There you go. Pick me up at the end of the day, Nick.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's us. Thank you for watching.
Thank you all for watching.
Make sure to comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the podcast today. And next week, we've got to work out a giveaway for those mats. Do you remember?
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think we're going to give them all away at once, so.
Well, we'll do a giveaway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a giveaway.
Stay tuned for the giveaway. It's up and coming, in the works.
Yeah. I think we should probably work on a guest for the episode as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
I think we're probably
Yeah.
looking at our next one, aren't we?
Yeah. I think so.
But
We'll lock it in.
we'll discuss that.
Might hold off on guests until this new screen.
Yeah.
arrives.
That's fair enough.
All right.
All right, might be a little bit later, but
Might be a bit later. Anyway, thanks for watching. Signing off.
thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.